This segment is brought to you by St. Martin and Bourke. Know your rights.
Hey everybody, welcome into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. Got a pretty cool festival that's coming to downtown Houma. It'll be on July 13th, the 4th annual Juice Fest. Actually, as we'll talk in a second here, it would have been the 8th annual, but it's 4th annual. Everybody knows our community's been through a little bit in the last 4 years, but yeah, the 2nd year in a row, but the 4th overall annual Juice Fest. It'll be July 13th, 2025. Of course, it'll be down at the courthouse. It'll be about music. It'll be about family. It'll be about community and a lot of different things that are coming together under one umbrella. Juice Fest, by the way, stands for DJ Juice. That's Justin Patterson.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you being here. Dre Williams also with the Juice Fest. So thanks so much for being here, and we appreciate it, guys. So talk about Juice Fest. So you're a DJ.
Yes, sir.
Music is going to be involved here.
Yes, sir.
You guys have gotten big crowds in the past and hoping to keep going with it. Tell me a little bit about what Juice Fest stands for.
So I've been a DJ for the past 30 years, 3 decades. And I've DJ'd in smaller stages, as small as cafeterias, and as large as arenas and venues from Hollywood to New York City to Miami and back. And I just wanted to bring something back to my hometown as a celebration, a thank you, something for the entire community, because I've dealt with so many people on so many different levels and races and cultures. And it's just something I wanted to kind of give to my city that my city has never had, a really diverse crowd of at a festival where everybody feels welcome and invited.
No, I think it's awesome. And you have an education background. And you guys mentioned to me beforehand, this is non-alcoholic and it's family-oriented event. So we're trying to get a lot of people. There's some great pictures that we've seen. And look, DJing, when you talked about Los Angeles, Las Vegas, they got some DJs making a lot.
Yeah,
so tell me, just for me, because I'm like, wait, what are y'all doing that's so special that draws a crowd like that? Tell me a little bit more about DJ.
So the DJ of any event or any party is kind of like the mastermind to your mood. He's the puppet master of how you're feeling, how you're moving, whether you're fast, slow, encouraging you to party harder or to go home. He can actually make or break the party. Just being in that realm for so long, I realized and came to the conclusion of myself being that type of person, having a large influence, because not only is it a sound, it's a feeling, it's a look, it's the entire aspect all together in one.
And how you'll start at 4:30 on that day. It'll be hot, but look, there's plenty of trees at the courthouse, a lot of refreshing things that will be sold. Everybody will be okay. Again, non-alcoholic, but it's going to be good. Look, and talk about DJs. I remember Taylor Swift was dating one a few years back, and I was like, why would she date it? And they were like, that dude makes more money than she does.
It's definitely a popular field. Once you get into that national realm of things, it's definitely a popular field, and you could definitely retire being a DJ if you monetize it the right way.
Yeah, and what kind of music?
The festival is catered to all genres, starting with gospel, jazz, blues, soul, R&B, Zydeco, Cajun. It's centered around Louisiana's culture.
Yeah, I got you. And that's great. I was out in Las Vegas for, not for me, I was same time as the Electronic Daisy Festival that happens out there. It was about 2 million people out in the middle of the desert going crazy. It was an awesome sight.
Yeah, definitely.
Little past where I was. But anyway, so Dre, let me talk to you about it, because you actually were the one specifically, like before we start, we want to say, this is non-alcoholic. This is going to be, we want a family event. So tell me about that and how important that is to bring people together as families like that.
So as we mentioned before, Terrebonne Parish has had several things that has happened over the past 4 years. So the goal is to bring everyone together, bring everyone from every background, and everyone to feel safe. So the goal is to create that culture to where people will know that it's meant for the entire family. My daughter is 4, and she will be out there.
Sure.
And so it's one of those dynamics where we don't want anyone to feel excluded. We have a kids corner that's going to be geared towards, there's going to have some face painting. There's going to be bubbles. Kids love bubbles, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have a couple games. We're going to have music selections that it's actually it's censored. It's radio edit. So kids can be there able to listen to it. It's not necessarily to say only adults can come, only that feel is going to be there. It's from as small as the babies to as older as, the elders,
Sure. Yeah, no, I'm all with it. A lot of times recently in our community, got a couple of parties that went the wrong direction. And this is so good because music brings us all together, right?
And food. And food.
There's no doubt about it. So, DJ Juice or Justin,
Yes, sir.
DJ, you have a background in education. So you've been doing this for 30 years, but you've also been teaching 5th and 6th graders for the last 19 years?
Well, I was a special needs paraprofessional for about 11 years of my career. And then once I got certified, I became a teacher. And I teach 5th and 6th grade social studies at Bayou Elementary.
And how does that work together? Talk about the symmetry of that.
It's like night and day, but I choose to combine it to make it more interesting when it involves my students and having an impact. When I was a teenager, I used to watch this parade called the Bud Billiken Parade. It was something that was in Chicago, named after a fictional character, and the word Billiken kind of stands for, I think it's like a Chinese symbol for a guardian angel for children. So watching that parade kind of influences me to become who I am to the children of the city, being an advocate and being a teacher as well.
You said St. Louis? Did you say St. Louis?
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, because there's a University of St. Louis is the Billiken.
Right.
Anyway,
Chicago,
okay.
yeah.
I always thought it was a pelican.
Right.
All right. Hey, let me take a break. When we get back, we'll talk more about the Juice Fest right here on Bayou Time.
This segment was brought to you by St. Martin and Bourke. Know your rights.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're talking about the 4th annual Juice Fest. It'll happen on July 13th, starting at 4:30 at the downtown, at the courthouse. So expecting great crowds. I'm speaking with Justin DJ Juice Patterson,
Yes, sir.
and Dre Williams of Juice Fest. Dre, let me ask you, we did mention that a bit. Y'all started this probably, I guess that would have been like 2018. And we all kind of took a break here for about 4 years where we were looking for something, anything to hold on to in the community. This is a great way to bring the community back together.
It is. It's something that we decided to come back with. Justin and I, when we met, and he was like, okay, I think it's time. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And so ultimately what a lot of people don't know, and I don't even think Justin remembers this, but Juice Fest started off, it was supposed to be like this silent party downtown with the headphones, everybody just coming together to listen to music together. And then we were like, let's do something bigger. Let's do something that everyone can enjoy. And so that's when Juice Fest was birthed. And it was birthed in 2018. We paused, we came back, and we came back even bigger. And so then we revamped, and now we're making each festival a theme. So this year's festival is Carnival, right? We're going back to Mardi Gras. And if you think about it, Harry, Mardi Gras here is very, very family oriented. We have one of the I think it's the second largest Mardi Gras in the state. And it's meant for those individuals who don't want that big city life. It's meant for if you want your kids to just catch beads, catch toys, catch trinkets. And what you think of when you think of Mardi Gras here, you think of eating, you think of food, you think of good music. And so why not combine it all and then meet us at the courthouse, right?
Right. Now, you mentioned food. Who are some of the vendors, and what kind of food can we get a taste of?
So this year we have everything that you can think of, Harry. We have chicken wings, we have fried fish, we have jambalaya, we have pastelaya, we have turkey wings, we have the smoked turkey leg.
These are individual people? Or?
These are, it's several. It's about 30 vendors, to say the least. We have about 6 food trucks that will be out there. We have 2 snowball stands. We have Italian ice that will be there. We have egg rolls. We have a slew. Whatever you are thinking of eating, you can find it there. The only thing we don't have this year is like red beans and rice. That's it. But everything else we have. I promise. Everything else we have.
What's the logistics of that, man? That's a lot of people.
So ultimately, the way we look at it is we do a vendor selection. And so I select so many vendors in each category that is based on things that are new to the area. I only select about 5 or 6 food trucks due to the space. I only select about 20 20-ish tents, but of that, I have information. So we have a vendor who's going to be out there speaking about compassion and like care in the community. We have someone that's going to be doing free eye exams for the kids. And so each one of those areas we have to meet. I want to make sure that when kids are out there, they aren't just drinking like water and soda. So we have someone with lemonade. We have someone with Gatorade. We have the HL Bourgeois football team who's going to be out there as well. They'll be selling drinks. And that's something that we wanted to see. We want to see a variety of vendors from a variety of different areas because you draw like each person's clientele. So then what does that do for us? It populates our festival because everybody wants to eat with everybody's favorite food person.
Sure. It sounds like a mini Essence Festival.
Oh, absolutely.
Just wrapped up, right?
Absolutely.
And we were talking empowerment, speakers, and that kind of stuff. So that was always a great festival in New Orleans.
I would actually compare Juice Fest to Jazz Fest. If you think about the articulation and the culture piece that Jazz Fest brings to New Orleans, that's what Juice Fest is for Terrebonne Parish, right? You have different artists that are performing. The only difference is we have one main stage, they have several, and it's also a paid festival. However, you have different artists that are performing, you have different food vendors, you have different people selling different items, purses, shoes, shirts, whatever you can think of. And so I would almost compare Juice Fest to Jazz Fest, which is one of New Orleans' most economic boost to the area across the culture. And that's what we are for Terrebonne Parish. If you think about your shrimpers, we have people selling local seafood here. So your shrimpers down the bayou are receiving that economic boost. People are purchasing food items from them.
Oh, that's so cool. DJ Juice, so you got a special set that you do. Tell me about the creative part for you here.
So I'm the mastermind behind the entertainment. Like I said, it ranges from everything from gospel all the way on up to different genres. What I like to do, I like to present a stage for people who never get that platform, who are never able to perform in front of their own home crowd because they don't turn up because they don't have a name, or the children of the city who will never get to match their favorite performer with the song in person, or the family who doesn't have money to go to Jazz Fest, Strawberry Fest, Essence Fest, or just to make it available and accessible for the city. The entertainment, it usually just falls on who lies in my heart. It's not a submission process. There's no way you could just fill out an application to be a part of it, because if I do that, I have it open to everybody in the world. So I just kind of place the people in position to perform based on the relationship that I have with them, and then also based on what they could bring to the table. I have a few headliners, but I always keep them concealed because that's the part that I call Juice and Friends, and that's what everybody's excited about towards the end of the evening whenever the special guests come out. But other than that, I have like a gospel choir, the Ron Hatley's gospel choir. I also have, I can't think of any. I'm frozen.
Well, that's right. So let's save them for the Juice and Friends, right?
Right, definitely.
And save them for the end and the great right at the finale. So, man, thanks so much for coming with us. This is a great event, man. I'm looking forward to it. So thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We'll be right back with more Bayou Time right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne Ford. Built Ford tough.